Hey y'all, welcome to the kitchen. It's Mamie. We are in here today in the kitchen and we're going to be cooking a little bit today, y'all. So come on and join me. So today we're going to make a meal, one of my favorites. I love Mexican food. So today we're going to put together and make some nachos. Recipe for nacho dip, okay? Real simple. You make it how you want, but no final product, but I'll show you how I make it. It is really simple. It doesn't take too long, so let's get at it. Alrighty, here we go. Today, I'm just gonna share with you what I have, what we're going to be using today. Ready? Just so you can see here, we do have some ground beef. First, we're gonna start off. This is actually about 4 pounds of ground beef. And just to go ahead and get it started, we got the ground beef. And we're just gonna season that with salt and pepper. Just because I like it basic. I don't care for seasoning salt on my ground beef. So I'm just using salt and pepper for seasoning for that. Now, once I get that browned up, I will go ahead and I'll use some taco seasoning, Old El Paso seasoning. I actually got a pack and a half that I'm gonna use of that because of how much ground beef I got. And then we're just going to use some Velveeta. I like some cream of mushroom in mine. Rotel. I like that. And then because, you know, I like black beans, so we're going to do some black beans in it today. So that's going to what our dip is going to consist of. So we'll go ahead and get started. Just season your meat. I'm going to go ahead and get it in the pot. You'll see what I got going on over here. How's everybody doing today? I hope everybody's doing good. I hope you're having a blessed and good day. I got my pot over here on, and because I'm going to make this so to last a while, I'm going to use all of that ground beef in there, y'all. I'm going to use it all, okay? Use all of that, and I'll put it on in there, and I'll let that start getting brown. And what I do, put it on in the skillet, and I'll break it up so it can start getting brown. So that's getting brown. Turn that up a little bit so we can go ahead and get it on. Get that cooking for us. So while that's cooking, I'm going to go ahead and put some salt and pepper in it. I'll put some salt and pepper in it now, and I'll continue to add a little more as it goes, as it cooks, so it can season my meat. Now, if you're making your nachos and you like seasoning salt or other seasoning, whatever seasons you use, you know, that's fine. Make it to your liking, but this is what I do. And go ahead and put my salt and pepper in there and let it get brown, let it start. And pretty much to give the flavor of the meat, that's going to be that taco seasoning mix that I just showed you. That's what's going to get it, to give it like more flavor, you know. Once I've browned it out, you'll watch me mix that in. We'll go ahead and get that started. Look that. Now, while that's cooking, I normally go ahead and take that cheese. You can see, got the cheese here. And I want to go ahead and grab my cutting board as well as a knife. I hope everybody had a great day at work or whatever you had to do today. If you had to work, hope your day was a joyful day. And I'm just going to show you what I'm getting ready to do here. We're going to go ahead and get this Velveeta cheese. Now, I like Velveeta cheese. Some people don't. You can use whatever cheese, you know, you like or you choose to have for your nachos, your nacho dip. That's what we're doing today. Doesn't take this whole big pack. It only takes some of it, you know. So let me just get out. Probably not going to use even half of it. So if I get it open here, just a second here. I have to cut it open. Got to be a little careful with the packaging because I want to close it back up because, you know, I'll be storing this for the next use or whatever else I might want to need some cheese for. So I just cut it off in chunks, such as that. I'm going to use about half of it, yeah. It's a little soft already though. So I'm just going to cut it right on out that way. Use about half of it. Then I'm going to seal it back up. So I just close it back up as tight as I can. I just put it right back in the box. Then I'll put that, now it will go in the refrigerator until I'm ready to use, you know, the other portion there. Okay, so you can see me here. What I do is I just cut off some chunks, and then I just cut it down, cut it into some pieces so it'll melt, you know, well. Doesn't take a lot because it's gonna melt rather actually soft. So it will melt rather quickly here. So it's been kept at room temperature. The cheese has been. I got that all cut up into little chunks. I go ahead and put that to the side for the next adventure. Okay? Now I'm going to go ahead and go back over here and continue to watch my meat and stir my meat so I continue to get brown. Now what I did do, just for the dressing of my nachos, if I want to just make nachos instead of just using it as a dip, I did do some pre-prepping, you know, prior to starting this, and I'll show you what I did. I'll just show you what I got over here on the other side of the cabinet. Let's see. Yeah. I'm trying to show you my food. So what I have over here is just some taco sauce, some Taco Bell hot sauce for the dressing afterwards, some sour cream, some salsa, got some salsa for some dipping chips if you want the dipping chips, or Doritos for making the nachos. And I went ahead and already cut up some tomatoes and lettuce. So if I want to make myself a nacho supreme, y'all, I will have everything ready to do that. So as we're sitting here, we'll continue to warm or cook, not warm, because we're cooking this meat. Continue to cook on this brown beef till we get it brown and cooked through. Stirring it in. So for those of you that are cooking nachos or normally cook nachos, just had a couple questions for you. Can you share with me some of your recipes? Is this how you make your nacho dip? Or is there something special that you like to add in your nacho dip? I'm just curious, you know. I like trying new things or new recipes sometimes. Who knows, it may turn out a little different or a little better than mine, and I'm willing to try it, y'all. So just give me some kind of ideas. What are you doing? What do you do? Is there anything particular that you do? You know, some people like to use refried beans. They like refried beans in theirs. I just like the regular black beans because I like black beans. I mean, I used to eat refried beans, but I haven't eaten those in so many years now. So this is the way I like to do it. This is what I do and get the best results for us, you know. Because we can do it with we can then eat it with just a dip, or we might just want to do it and make like I said, a nacho supreme or however, you know, you can do it all kinds of ways. But I'm just wondering, what is yours? And do you like to eat your nachos? I love Mexican food. Not just nachos, but tacos and all of that. And it's just one of my favorite meals. I love Mexican food. So that's one of my favorites. So that's what we're doing today. We are in the kitchen making nachos or nacho dip. And we're getting to it, y'all. I'm just wondering, I guess I'll go ahead and get this cheese and put it in the refrigerator, get it out the way since I've already cut off what I want of it. Okay. So, y'all can give me some comments. Let me know what you're doing, or if you have any questions. I'm more than happy to answer those questions to help you make your nachos, or if you have any, like far as measuring. When it comes to measuring, because this is just kind of make it to your liking. Some people want to know how much did you use. And as you see me with my salt and pepper, like I said, I got that old ancestor. And my old ancestors would come and tell me, okay, that's enough of salt or that's enough of pepper. And that's when I just stopped. I mean, I've been cooking a long time, so I kind of know how much I need to use to get the flavor that I like. Now, one of the things is I do like salt. I like salt, but I don't want to taste a lot of salt, but I do like salt. And so I do season my meat with the sea salt and the pepper. Stir it up. It's cooking really fast here. Get it all brown. Now, if you have children, I'm just wondering, what is some of their favorite meals? What do they like to eat? Do you make nachos for them? Is that something they like to eat? And if you don't, maybe you might want to start or try to make some nachos. That might be something you can get them to eat if they're finicky eaters or picky eaters or something to that effect. Because I don't know, I just always liked the nachos, and it works really well with my children. They love Mexican, and they love nachos as well. And then the grandchildren love it too. So I can make it for them. It goes a long way, and they're always excited to have So something else that you like to cook for your family. Maybe it's been a long time. I used to do homemade pizzas, but it's been years and years since I've done that. That might be something I could do for you guys. If that's something you're interested in having me cook and share with you how we would do that. It's been a while, but I still remember how to do it because I used to love to do it. And that was another thing that I did actually quite frequently when my children was growing up, was doing the homemade pizzas, doing the nachos. These are things that actually they would want me to cook weekly. So I still remember how to do those things, even though it's been a while. But homemade pizza, that might be something I'll put on my list to do for you guys. Let me know. Drop me some comments in there. Let me know if that's something you might want me to do or might like to do. Give me some ideas. What is some of the things you like to eat on your pizza? Yeah, that would be good. And also with these nachos that we're making today, what do you like to top them with? I mean, like I said, I showed you that I had the lettuce and tomatoes and sour cream and some more salsa to go on top. What is it that you like? What do you put in your nachos? Sometimes I like to do like the jalapeno peppers. Now, I don't like a lot of jalapeno peppers, but I do maybe one or two, just a couple in there, just for a little bit of flavor, just for a little bit of spice, but not a lot. I'm actually more of a banana pepper person, but I don't put banana peppers on my nachos, so I'll use just a little bit, one or two jalapeno peppers I can put in. But I don't have any today, so we won't be doing the jalapeno things of that nature. And my son loves those jalapeno peppers. He's not having any tonight, so we won't not cooking for him, so we don't have any today. And of course, my husband, he don't like jalapeno. He don't like nothing really hot. I do cook sometimes with a little spice, like when I make my barbecue sauce and stuff like that. I may make a little spicy, get a little tang, but not a whole lot. My husband doesn't care for the real spicy, so we don't need no jalapeno peppers tonight. So we're still stirring it up. We're still cooking this ground beef down and get it all around. I'm gonna give you a look here what we got going on here, so y'all can see how it's coming. This ground beef is coming. See how that's coming along there? Doing real well there. Coming along really well. Almost to the point where we need it to be. Now I just grabbed my strainer for when I want to strain, get all that fat grease off of my beef. Now, for a good while, I had stopped doing the ground beef, y'all, and I was just doing ground turkey. And I would do the ground turkey just like I'm doing this today. I would use ground turkey. Same way I'm doing this, it just would be ground turkey. And to me, I couldn't really taste the difference between the ground beef and the ground turkey. Taste, when I was, trying to get healthy and trying to watch what I was eating and trying to be more healthier and trying to give up red meat. And sometimes I still do. The turkey, but since they've lost their mind at the grocery store with the ground turkey prices, I just started eating ground beef again, y'all. So, not that I couldn't eat it. My goal when I made my change in trying to get healthy and working with what I was doing to live better and feel better, I gave up the pork. And I don't regret that one bit. I am so happy to say, I don't know, I think it's been a couple of years, a few years now I haven't been eating pork, and I love it. I feel good. I feel healthier. If my husband wants pork, because he didn't declare he gave it up, so if he wants pork, I'll make him a pork chop. I'll make him some ribs or whatever he wants. But I, for myself, decided to give up pork. I'm gonna tell y'all, that was a big task, because when I tell y'all that I love my bacon, y'all. I had to, every time I went to the grocery store, I had my bacon in that cart. Y'all hear me? Because I liked it, my breakfast was my bacon and eggs. That's just what it had to be, and toast or whatever. I had to have me some bacon, right? I've not had that bacon in a long time now. It's been a long time. And you know what? In time, it just got easier. I don't even crave for it or anything like that. I'm just over it. It feels good. I may have thought that would have never happened at one point, that I would have been able to give up that bacon or that pork. It's not as hard as I thought it was. Real easy. I've been off of it a long time, and people eating, I'm like, no bacon, and I have to be careful. If I'm out and I order something to eat, I'll ask people, I'll have to ask them when they're making different dishes, making sure they're not putting any pork in it, because I don't want any pork in my food. It just feels good. There's no other reason, but I want it to be more healthy, and I want to feel better. And I had to shed some pounds, and it did. I shedded quite a few pounds. I feel good. I have more energy. I say I'm living my best life, y'all. I feel better. I'm doing better. I feel healthier. I'm moving better. So that's what I'm going to continue on this journey that I'm trying to be on, and stay off the pork. I still eat red meat, so I don't know if that's going to be a goal of mine to get off red meat altogether. And I haven't decided to do that yet, but I'm happy where I'm at. I want to continue to get better, and I'm walking every day, and I haven't been walking for a while now, so hopefully, y'all, I got to get back at it. Y'all say a prayer for me, y'all. Get back at it. Put a note in there. Tell me in the comments. Maybe you better get back on that. You better get out there and walk. Yes. We're still cooking here. So we're almost there. I guess I would have been cutting up that lettuce and tomatoes during this time while I'm talking to you, but I've already done that, just trying to save a little time and make it a little easier, when making this meal. So we'll be done. I'm getting ready to drain. I'll be draining my ground beef, and then I'm going to, once I get that drained, we'll go ahead and put the seasoning in it. All brown now. it's all brown. This is doing some little extra cooking on it, making sure. I don't like no pink in my ground beef. So I don't just cook it till it's brown. I just cook it a little. I cook it a little more, just making sure it's well cooked throughout it. Like I said, I like my hamburgers well done, as well as, you know, my nacho meat is well done here. So now we're just going to drain it. I'm going to grab some other mix here. It's actually not even really, y'all, it's not even real greasy, but I'm going to go ahead and get it drained. You can see, y'all, what I'm doing. I got it in my sink. Okay. You're able to see what I'm doing there. I got it in my sink. And it's draining. Yes, I like to do it like that just to let the grease drain off of it. Let the grease drain off of it, and then all I do once I get it all drained, I'll go ahead and put it back into the pot. So that's all I'm going to do. Once I get that drained off there like that, I'll turn the drain over, drain it a little bit, get the grease off. See what I'm doing here. Get dripping off a little bit here. It wasn't really bad, actually. Some ground beef can be really fatty. It can be really fatty and have a lot of grease in it, you know. So what we'll do now, we'll just turn right on back over here. Show you what we got going on again. So right back on that pot, we bring the grease out, and I'm just gonna grab some water. As much as I have, I'm going to go ahead and put like 2 cups of water in there. I just use like 2 cups of water, just because how much I have. And now I have the taco seasoning. I'm going to go ahead and open those and grab my shears here. Really easy. And I just pour it on in there. Normally I just use 1 package because I don't use as much ground beef, but this time I feel like it's a little bit of more ground beef than I normally use. So I'll go ahead and just use and it's just the regular original taco seasoning, the one that I usually like to use. So that was a pack and a half. That was a pack and a half, and I just pour it on in there with the water, stir it up. All you do, that's just those seasonings in it, giving more flavor to that ground beef. That I'll just turn my here a little bit so I can go ahead and get cooking. And over here, so now all we're waiting on is we are just waiting now for that cheese. I got the cheese ready, on standby. I got my black beans on standby, as well as my rotel and my cream of mushroom. So now we're just on hold, letting that, we're just gonna let that marinate in that sauce and just let it cook. Turn the skills, turn the eye up a little bit so it can go ahead and cook in, and it'll just evaporate and make my ground beef to where then I'll be ready to add the other stuff. So we'll give it a minute and then we'll be right back with you. Okay, so we're still working on the mix, still stirring it. Continue to stir it. You want to continue to stir it. We can go ahead and cook for you. Also, another thing that I like to do while I'm cooking is I like to clean. I wash the dishes as I go. So so I don't have a big mess when I'm done. Go ahead and wash the dishes as I go, so I don't have a big mess done, and I'm able to just make dinner or not worrying about all the dishes I got left. You know what I mean? Do you clean your dishes as you go, or do you pile them up, or when you're done, or how do you do it? How do you cook? Do you clean up as you go, or do you just throw the dishes to the side and wait till you're all done? You know, everybody does it differently, but I just say while I'm cooking and while that's working, I might as well put the dishes out the way, so I don't have to worry about doing them later. Normally, when I'm in the kitchen, I'm doing several different things. I'm always trying to multitask. I can have some laundry going, which I do. Have some laundry going. I could be watching TV as I'm cooking, or watching a show, or doing something else. But usually I'm multitasking when I'm cooking. That is that I can multitask with. You know, everything, I can't do it all, but you know, if I'm doing bills or anything of that nature, of course I can do those things because they do require my attention. But the little things that I do, you know, I could be in here cooking, and I could also, while that's cooking, doing that, I could be prepping something else or making getting other stuff ready. And today I think I did my tomatoes, and you see I got a watermelon now. You guys been seeing that watermelon in the picture, but also I cut up a cantaloupe and a pineapple, you know, my fresh fruits. I cut those up prior to, you know, going on here to cook this and show you. Normally I don't leave the spoon in the pot, but I guess today I've been showing out, y'all. I guess I've been showing out. So the spoon got a little hot, so I have to grab my oven mitt here, turn it up. Almost there. I want to show you what we got here as we get it stirred and get it ready. What's going on in the pot? Just cooking up something. And you may not need as much, you know, water when you're cooking it. I might have put a little more water than I needed because I didn't measure it. I just put some in here as to what I eyed it to see what it would need. But it does tell you how much to use, how much you should use. But I'm cooking a little more, you know, more ground beef than I normally. So I use a little more water than I normally use. But it's cooking. And I do like it to cook those flavors in. As you've seen, that's what it's doing. It's cooking them in. But last time I ate nachos, it's funny. Last time I ate nachos, my son made them. He made them. And he pretty much does everything that I do. I showed him how to cook them. And he made the same, yeah. Except for he didn't cut up no lettuce and tomatoes and all that. But he did put everything that I'm showing you here. He made the nachos last, and they turned out really good. I was over his shoulder. I was looking in over his shoulder trying to see what he was doing. He said, "Mama, I know how to make nachos. I know how to do it, Mama." He did a good job. Shout out. You did an awesome job, son. Good job making your nachos last time. He made everybody, me and everybody else in the house, some nachos time. So, shout out to Demetrius. That's my baby. That's my baby boy, Demetrius. Shout out to him. He made some nachos. You listen to your mama. Right. We're just about done here. About done. We're gonna start adding in. I think we've cooked it down quite a bit. we'll give it just a couple of more minutes to continue cooking with. And I'll show you what it looks like before I start adding the other ingredients. I'll show you in just a moment here. Okay, so I'm going to show you what it should look like. What it should look like before you start putting your cheeses and your sauce. I'll show you what it'll look like. See, we've been stirring it, constantly stirring it as it's cooking here. So pretty much it's getting quite a bit, the consistency of it is, rather, it then drawed up the water from, cooking. So once I've done that, I'll go ahead and show you what I'll start doing. So first, I'll go ahead and drop my cheese over it. The cheese there. There'll be all in there. Get that all in there. I'm gonna get my cream of mushroom. My rotel. I'm gonna stir that up first. Then I'm going to add the beans. So the cheese will start mixing up. Let y'all see what it's looking like there. The cheese is starting to melt and cheese is melting and everything's starting to mix in really good there. Okay. So now, while that's stirring up, I'm going to go ahead and put in my black beans. Continuing to stir it. The key thing to not burning your food or letting it get overcooked is, to continue to stir. Stir, stir, stir. Continue to stir. Don't want it to dry out. Now at this point, everything is already cooked. All you're doing is letting it marinate together. The soup mixing with the sauces and things, so just let that cook a while. That's rather easy. That was rather easy, y'all. Let's see what it looks like when it's all mixed up together. That is, you can see it there, still melting. Cheese is still melting in there, y'all. Just keep stirring it. You kind of see why you stirring it, because you want that cheese to, melt and then get distributed through, your nachos. Well, y'all, I think I'm getting hungry. I think I'm about ready to eat. What about you? Well, that's how we put those nachos together, y'all. So we took the time and made our nacho dip, and we'll be ready to eat in just a little bit, y'all. Just a little bit. Let me go ahead and show you our final product. Give me just a second and I'll let you see what that's going to look like. And here we have the final product, y'all. Nachos. Good, y'all. Time to eat. Come and get it. Hope you've enjoyed. I hope you've enjoyed cooking with me in the kitchen today. I pray blessings upon you. Thank you. Thank you for joining me. We'll see you in the next video. Have an awesome day.